Hello class, my name is Ian Garcia, and for my informative speech, I will be discussing the important steps involved with cooking chicken. Now, what is something we all need to survive? It's food and nutrients. And growing up, my grandparents had always emphasized this to my parents as well as myself. And so because of this, they would feed us chicken as well as rice. Now, because I had been eating it for so many years, I developed a love for it. And because of this, I want to share this love with you all and show you guys the 3 important steps involved with making chicken. Now, the first step involved with making chicken will be preparing the dish. Then I will showcase how to properly cook the food. And finally, I will demonstrate the proper techniques of cleaning your area after you finish. First, I will talk about preparing your dish. It is very important to ensure your chicken is defrosted and clean. According to Healthline.com, it is required to thaw your chicken correctly in order to avoid foodborne illnesses. A great method is by defrosting in the refrigerator to allow a proper thawing out process and to use a napkin. And now that we have the chicken out of the bagging, I like to place it on top of a plate, preferably a paper plate, however I didn't have any at the time, and cut it up on top of that, just to avoid cross-contamination on your counter. I use tongs and a knife in order to avoid touching the chicken at all costs, just to avoid having the bacteria on top of my hand. Once you are done slicing your chicken, it is very important that you season it. I prefer to use brown sugar bourbon and smokehouse maple. However, for this video, I use chicken Montreal because that is all I had. And it is still a very great seasoning. Now that we know how to prepare your dish, let's dive into cooking it. After you properly season your chicken, it is important we cook it at a proper temperature of 167 degrees by making sure there is no pink left and it is all white meat. I like to use vegetable oil on top of my pan in order to make the cooking easier and smoother and that there's no burnt pieces on the chicken. Now, according to chicken.org, cooking to normal cooking temperatures easily kills the bacteria of concern in a food safety context. After applying your chicken on the pan, you season the uncooked side and then flip it over. And as you can see, the cooked side is white, whereas the uncooked side is pink, which is exactly what you want because once you flip it over, you now have the opportunity to cook the uncooked side and turn it all into safe white meat. Next, after the chicken is fully cooked on both sides, I use a tong to remove the chicken from the pan and move it onto a plate in order to allow the cleaning process to begin. So, after removing all the chicken, I get a paper towel, grab it with the tongs, and proceed to wipe down the pan clean. This takes off any burnt pieces that might have happened with the chicken cooking on top of the oil, and I wipe it until it is completely clean and free of those little chicken pieces. This is a safer way of wiping it down without burning your hands. However, you can use your hands if you would like. So now that we know how to properly prepare and cook the food, we can discuss the final step in making any dish, cleaning up. It is important to wipe your area and utensils down after you cook your food. According to HHS1.com, raw meat, poultry, and fish carry numerous diseases that can be detrimental to our health. Therefore, following the correct procedures for cleaning surfaces, utensils, and your hands is essential to avoiding cross-contamination and illness. So today I informed you all on the 3 stages in cooking chicken by first discussing how to properly de-thaw out your chicken. Then I went into discussing how to correctly cook your chicken and at what temperature you should use. And then after, I dove into the proper techniques in cleaning your chicken after the cooking is all done. And so now you all know the importance of these 3 steps in cooking chicken. because chicken is not only nutritious for your body, but it's also a staple meal for any person growing up, even into adulthood. And with this knowledge in mind, you are now all well equipped to enjoy the delicious food that my family and myself have enjoyed for generations.